There he is.
Wake up, Maggie, I think I got something this.
That's another good one, dude. On the dragonfly. Oh, guys, I saw him come up and eat a dragonfly too.
I know I keep you amused, but I feel I'm being used. Oh, Maggie, I couldn't have tried anymore. You led me away from home just to save you.
What is that? Got one, guys. Might be a better bass. Yep, decent bass. Kind of saw him wake on it. Very, very subtle lead on that one though, guys. They weren't digging the frog. Switched to the little popper. It's a pond killer. First decent one on the Euro Tackle Z popper, guys. This place is full of grass and it's pretty clear.
And all of your jokes, my love, you didn't need to coax. Oh, Maggie, I couldn't have tried.
There's no. Wow. Nursery school size though, guys. If I get another one this big, I think I'm gonna try a bigger topwater and see what happens.
My soul, and that's a pain I can do without. Oh, he was a friend to lend, a guiding hand.
There we go. Heck yeah. On the pocket frog, living under the mat. I heard something eating over here under the grass. This is what I anticipated catching them on. Got the first sound of one hitting under the mat. I decided to give it a shot. First one on the pocket frog, guys.
You led me away from home, 'cause you didn't wanna be alone.
There's one. Yes, guys. That's the first decent sized bass that I've caught on these Dragonslayers, but that is a cool catch. He hammered it. I'm seeing dragonflies buzzing all around here. Y'all, and surprisingly enough, I got that on 15-pound braid on my Sioux Legend and Dark Wolf combo. Even with that 15-pound braid, that little dragonfly will cast okay. Not near as far as like 4-pound mono, but far enough to do the trick for my paddleboard when I'm being really stealthy like this.
Myself a rock and roll band that needs a helping hand. Oh, Maggie, I wished I'd never seen your face.
There's one. Came out of nowhere. One of the better ones so far. Yeah, guys, I wasn't having much luck fishing those mats. I had that one frog eat, so I've just kind of been junk topwater fishing the open water. There's this little bitty stretch of bank that has some wind ripple on it, so I tied on the whopper plopper after I had those dragonfly fish. Got a little bit better bite there. Fish, good sized fish, guys. I think he's just got a bunch of grass on him, maybe on the swing. Yeah, he just came with some grass. Y'all, I had one good bite on the bluegill glide bait over there in the corner, but I just couldn't get any of those fish to commit. It's been like 40 minutes since I had a topwater fish, so I figured I'd switch up to some moving baits and run them through the grass and see how I could do. There's that swank, 66X, guys. There's one. I think that's a better fish, guys. He's in grass though. Nice. He felt better, but just had a lot of grass on him. Caught him on one of my favorite finesse square bills out there. A Duo Realis mid roller. It's only 40 millimeters long. It's tiny, but I've caught bass up to 6 pounds on this little thing. It's got a killer tight action, and it's got a very faint rattle to it. So it's perfect in finesse situations, guys. There he is. I think I just saw that one surface over there, guys. This is that pond that I came out here and caught about 4 fish in 30 minutes on, and they were all decent. Don't get me wrong, I'm catching a bunch of fish this morning, guys, but they're not super big. With the way the bite's been this week, I'm just okay with catching a bunch of little fish today. And this is fun. Out here on my paddleboard, heat of the summer. It's probably already 100 degrees at 9:30 in the morning today, guys. That's how hot it's been, but still out here having fun. There he is. Nice. Biggest fish of the day on a frog. Heck yeah. That's not the pocket frog either, guys. That is a Papinka poppin' frog, y'all. Custom made out of Indonesia. That is a small frog. It's like 1.4 inches long, probably in between 1/4 and 1/8 of an ounce if I had to guess. Still casts really well on 15-pound braid and that Sioux Legend and Dark Wolf though. Y'all, so I kept seeing a lot of action right at the edge of the grass mats. I think as the sun's getting higher, the fish are actually starting to pull from the middle out to under the mats. A little bit opposite of what I thought it was going to be this morning, but nonetheless, I was seeing a lot of action, so I decided to switch to a even more finesse frog than the pocket frog, guys. And I've got bit twice. This bigger one just took it. That's the biggest fish of the day so far in this pond. Got one. Switch back to the dragonfly, guys. Sun got real high. I was still getting a couple of bites on the edges of the moss lines, but they wouldn't commit to the frog. So I went back to the dragonfly. Little bluegill. Yes, I saw this fish busting dragonflies earlier. Gotcha, buddy. That's another good one, dude. On the dragonfly. He came out of the water to try to eat one earlier. I saw him, so I came over and see if he'd eat mine. Sure enough. That one just pulled a quick release on me, but that's what he ate right there, guys. 2.75 inch Moondog Dragonslayer. One of my wings is missing though because a bluegill nibbled it off over there, but he still hit it even with 3 wings. Oh, golly, guys. Bigger one. Stay on in the moss, please. Oh my gosh. Guys, I saw him come up and eat a dragonfly too. Right in front of my face. That was awesome. Wow. Yeah, guys, I might have to find a floating jig head that's got a little bit stouter wire of a hook, because he bent my little hook on that floating jig head out a little bit. That's a nice one. I had just watched this fish smash a dragonfly by a stick, and the next cast I took, I tried to put it right by that stick and I let it sit there, and this guy hounded it. There he was. Oh, look at that sucker, guys. Large and in charge green sunfish right there on the Dragonslayer. He kept trying to eat it and I finally stuck him. None of them seem too bassy. Oh, but that's a big green sunfish. Good grief. That's a large green sunfish. Y'all, I was seeing a bunch of activity over here. I think I'm gonna head back to the open water and see if I can get something deeper before I go. There's one. On the naked chatter, guys. Gotta make them react today. Fished the bottom for a while, didn't get anything. That's a 3-inch Moondog flat top minnow, guys, on a 1/8 ounce micro chatterbait, not the mini flashback. That's 1/8 ounce, so it's running a little deeper on my fluorocarbon too. There's one. Might be better. Might be better. Yeah, might be a little better. On the Moondog, on the flat top minnow. Oh, he got in a ton of grass, dang it. I have to go on the other side of him. There he comes. There we go. Yeah, guys, it seems like they're either down deep in the grass or they're right on the grass lines. There's one. There we go. All right, guys. That might be the one we go home on right there. It's 11 a.m. It's already well over 100 degrees. The vibration on that micro chatterbait with that 3-inch flat top minnow on there is insane. There's no paddle tail to reduce some of the side-to-side waver that it gives it. And it is just a wild sensation on the end of your rod tip. It is vibing really, really hard. So it calls them in from quite a ways away, I imagine. Y'all, I know that trip probably seemed like I was junk fishing quite a bit, but there really was a pattern there. And once I figured out where the fish were, I was just trying to, try to figure out which bait was gonna get me the biggest bites. So they were either out deep down in the grass and I had to like go down and get caught up in the grass to get them, or they were right on the grassline edges. And on the grassline edges, caught a few fish on the little frogs. A couple of them were pretty decent, but the most violent blow-ups came on that 2.75-inch Moondog bait Dragonslayer. It is a blast to throw, guys. And that pond that I was at, I'm sure y'all have seen like videos on Instagram of guys who literally will have these crazy fancy cameras and they'll be waiting, and they'll see a bass rocket up out of the water and snatch a dragonfly out of midair. I was seeing that happen several times today, guys. I could see the fish just dart up, pick it, and then go back down on the water. I was seeing where the fish were, and then I was casting at them with that little dragonfly. And honestly, that 15-pound braid ripped it out there just fine. 8 to 10 pound braid would probably be perfect and would get a lot more distance, but this was plenty. And honestly, I liked throwing it on that braid just with the extra confidence of knowing that if the fish took me down into the moss, I probably wasn't gonna break it off, using like 4-pound mono like what I normally throw with this. And then to actually go down and get them in the deeper grass, guys, I had the couple crankbaits on. I had the Swank 66X, I had the little Duo Realis mid roller. But y'all have seen it time and again, something I can cover water with really fast and I could get it to run a little bit deeper. Micro chatterbait, guys, not the flashback. That's a 1/8 size, so it was running a little deeper. And I don't know why I had not tried a flat top minnow on there. That's a Moondog bait, 3-inch flat top minnow, but that thing's action when that chatterbait is going is just outrageous. And I got popped like 3 times at 10:30 to 11 a.m. when it was smoking hot and the bite had just died off. This thing still got me a few fish though, so. I leave links to all of the gear and all of the stuff that I use in the description, guys, if you're curious about that stuff. If y'all enjoyed this one, leave a like for me. Comment down below, talk with me, anything y'all want to say to me, go back and forth with me. I love doing that with y'all. Please consider subscribing if you haven't yet, guys. Y'all take her easy. We'll catch you on the next one.